Hello, everyone. Okay, yes, I know. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the broadcast. My name is Dr. Faith Abraham, your favorite. Welcome. And here's the deal. Um, Let me go live on Instagram as well. So I'm live on Instagram, I'm live on YouTube, I'm live on Facebook. And I know for a lot of you, you've never seen me without being done up, lashes, wigs, but I'm here. This is just me, okay? It's holiday season, usually during the holiday season because my birthday is on Thanksgiving. And usually during the holiday season, I usually wind down a little bit leading up to my birthday. So I'll have my hair out, like my natural hair, my puff. Um, I'll always have nails because my nails have to be done on my birthday. Clearly, I'm getting them done tomorrow. And I just lashes off, do a lot of just self-care stuff. I'm usually fasting, praying because it's a new year that's come upon. Like I finished the year, thank God, because a lot of people didn't finish. So now I got a new year coming into. So I'm fasting, I'm praying, like, asking God to tell me what's up, what's going on, what are we doing next, what's on the agenda for this year. So that's why I'm coming to you with my puff, my glasses, no lashes, just me. But in this video, I'm gonna be real quick and hello, welcome. I'm going to be quick, but I'm going to share something that I have not shared, even though I had struggled with it back. Well, I want to say I started healing. I started my healing journey, my healing process in 2021. And I know you're like, well, I thought you're going to bring something about me. Don't worry, I'm coming. I'm coming. Just stay tuned. Okay. Just lock in with me. Okay. As my kids would say, Mom, you got to lock in, lock in. Okay. But I wanted to just share with you a couple of things that I feel like is really going to bless you and it's really going to help increase you and level you up in the new year and what's coming. For those of you, like right now, we're in November and January is the new year. Some of y'all, I don't even know what to say. Some of y'all wait till January to start thinking about the new year, but you need to be thinking about the new year now in November. Like you need to be tapping into the spirit and asking God, like, what's going on? What do we have projected? What are we about to do? What are we about to achieve? What do you have in store for me? Like, we should not be waiting till January 1st, like, yay, it's the new year. Okay, cool. What are you doing this year? What are you looking to achieve? What have you written down? What have you sensed all year long? What has God done for you or started within you that you know you need to finish, that you know you need to complete? Like, what's up on 2025? I remember a long time ago, and now it's become memes and posters and everything. My mentor told me, listen, if you fail to plan, you are basically planning to fail. Period. It's just that simple. If you're not planning, if you're not strategizing, if you're not seeking out wisdom, strategy, understanding, realization, then I'm telling you right now, you are going to fail. You are not going to actualize what it is that you desire to see. That's just how it goes. So now, as we stand in November, you need to be tapping in, and then December, you'll start to see something come to pass and reveal itself. So by the time you hit January, you're out the blocks. It's like track and field. The gun is already shot. You out the blocks. You going. You making it happen. Pop, 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 pop. You running through, right? Versus, come on, like let's really talk about it, because you notice, and it's not even the swift. And since I talk about track and field, I wanted to be a sprinter so bad because my homegirls, like some of the people I love, were sprinters, but my body is not sprinter built. My body is long distance. My body is cross country, and I would kill it because I would just be running. I'd be hitting my stride. I'd be hitting my stride. Then, like when it's about time to be done, We in that thing. We going because I built up momentum. I built up my stride. I built up, what I'm trying to do so I can hit the finish line, and I'm in that thing. I'm out there. And that's literally how God has fashioned my oh, come on. Listen, I did the 4x4. I enjoyed it. It was good. But 4x4, 800. I did cross country, definitely a cross country girl. I was hitting them hurdles, honey. Okay. Like we was in that thing. But you really had to pace yourself when you are a long distance runner. You can't just go and just think that you're gonna hit it. No, you will run out of gas. Like you really have to pace yourself. You have to know your body. You have to know when it's time to get that thing, running and going, right? And you have to know, okay, this is my plan so that I can get first on this long distance run. This is the strategy that I'm going to use, right? And one of my strategies was having my people at the finish line. I would have like my teammates, anybody I was doing the relay race with, y'all be at the finish line, because if I feel like I'm by myself or I'm not having a good day, or I'm just tired or whatever's going on, then I know I'm gonna run out of gas. But when I see my people at the end of the line, when I see and I hear, come on, let's go, and they're yelling our team, they're yelling my name, I can lock into that. I can hear that. Right. And that now gives me more energy. It gives me more gusto. It gives me more. And I start digging in. I start digging into listen, everybody talking about get to the bag. Listen, I'm here for to get into the bag. But I'm talking about when you on that field and you running, there's no bag greater than that momentum bag. There's no bag greater than hearing your people calling your name, because you don't want to let them down. You don't want them to be like, man, you didn't even do the race the way you could. I seen you run at practice. That wasn't anything. You don't want to hear anything from them other than, oh, you did that thing. You brought it out. But you just want them to gas you up and gas you up. So it's like the same thing that I experienced on the field running track is the same thing that you have to get in your life. People do not realize how powerful it is to have community, how powerful it is to have people on your side, on your team that you can call, that you can talk to. Yes, of course, you go to God, you run to God, get on your knees and pray. Listen, God already know when it's something going on. Yeah, I'm gonna pray, if I'm sitting down, or I'll pray when I'm cooking, or whatever. But when I'm serious, like I'm in the trenches on this thing, oh, I'm gonna be on my knees. I'm gonna be on my knees, okay? I'm gonna be on my knees, because it's like, I don't know, it just hits the hotline of heaven or something when I get on my knees, okay? But that's where I lock in, is when I get on my knees. Yes, you need that spiritual connection. You need that communication. And you also need people who are doing life with you. We should not do life alone. You should have people in your corner rooting for you, and you rooting for them. One of the things that I learned really early on in my walk is how I would have friends and I would have people around me. And, if we're fasting about something, we're praying about something, we're believing God for something, we're wanting to see something in our lives. Somebody's getting a job, somebody wants to have a baby, different things like that. Somebody wants to get married. When God would start blessing somebody in the group, we all would get excited, because it was like, okay, if he's blessing you and we all live on the same street, then that means he's down the street. So he's gonna be at my house in just a minute. So when one person would get blessed, like we would be like, yeah, like we would be like, we're like, yes, 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 yes. And we're so excited. Like, come on, girl, how you doing? Da, 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 da. Like we're just cheering each other on, we're rooting each other on, and like just really excited, because we knew that if one person was getting blessed, then everybody was coming up. Somebody was coming up next, because we all lived on the same street. That's the power of community. When I got sick in 2021, I did not know what I know now, but I was dealing with BII for many years, and I didn't know it. But I started noticing that I was like, my body was just, it was not functioning the way that it's supposed to function. I was so like extremely lethargic. I couldn't work out. I had so much inflammation in my body. How did I know I had inflammation in my body? Because I would work out and then the next day it would be like my fingers would swell up and my legs would be tied, and like sometimes it would be so bad I couldn't like move my legs. So I was literally living from my bed. And my kids, like, they would just come to the room. I would call them and I would say, come here. Who did the dishes? Who has this? What's going on here? Make sure you take care of this. Get the mail. Bring me my laptop. Like they were literally taking care of everything because I had no energy. I was sleeping constantly. I couldn't even cater to my clients. I couldn't even have face-to-face sessions anymore. I wasn't doing face-to-face at that time. I was doing virtual sessions because I would be falling asleep during the sessions. I would sleep and feel like I did not sleep. Like I was going through. Okay, I was going through. So obviously, my business shifted during that time. So my income shifted. And then I had to spend a lot of money trying to figure out what was going on with my body. And y'all, I can tell you that that was a really, really scary time for me because even my siblings saw how bad it was. Like, I would tell them, and we live in two different cities. I live in Georgia, they're in Texas. So I would tell them, and they would be on the phone and they'd be like, okay, let's pray, or, I'm so sorry, or do you need me to buy you anything, or what do you need, whatever, whatever. But when they saw how bad it was and how it affected me, I remember my sister telling me, "Girl, I really felt like you weren't gonna make it." I didn't see I couldn't see like a way out of this. I just saw you getting worse and worse. I didn't think you were gonna make it. And I was like, and my husband had said the same thing. And I was like, well, if it's any time to believe God for something, now is the time. So we're gonna believe. So not only did I do that, I also went to a natural what is he called? Alternative health doctor, alternative health. And they did a hair test. So I took a sample of my hair, sent it in, they ran the labs. They gave me all of this information about what was happening in my body. And I knew something was happening and I knew something was wrong. But when I went to my regular doctor, she was like, "Oh, you're excellent health. You're great. You're this, that." But I don't feel great, doc. Something's not right. Something is wrong. Okay. I know my body. I've been in this thing for over 40 years. Something ain't right. So I went to the alternative health doctor. They did the hair sample, got all these things. Like I was like just amazed. So I start going through that regimen. I start going, and y'all, there were some days that it was just so bad. And I didn't want to take the supplements. I didn't want to do the cleansing. I don't want it. I don't want any of this. I don't want any of this. But what kept me going was my community. What kept me sane was my community. What kept me going and positive and excited for what was to come and keeping me focused on, okay, you were here, but now you're here. Well, what is going to happen if you keep going? You got to keep going, Faye. You got to keep and they would just, or send me reels and they're just encouraging me to keep going and just tell them what was happening. That was my community. And especially in America, we love to do stuff by ourselves. Oh, I'm self-made. I did this by myself. Blah, 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 blah. And you boasting and bragging about that. Are you for real? You doing life by yourself and you think that's a flex? That is not a flex. That is not a flex. Okay. Oh yeah, the alternative doctor, his name is Dr. Rob. He's on Instagram. He's on YouTube as well. Dr. Rob and it's Alterna Health. Alterna Health. Just type that in and type in Dr. Rob. You'll see him. He's great. He has his own line of products. They have a whole program. He's based in Georgia, but even if you're in a different city or state, they'll still help you out and they'll ship the products that you need based on your hair test results. They'll now say, okay, this is the process of what we need to do. We need to do a kidney or a liver detox. And you need to, we need to work on your adrenals because my adrenals were shot. I had cortisol through the roof, honey. Like it was a mess. It was so much. Maybe one day I'll do like a green screen and put the results on the background and then kind of break it down a little bit so you can see it. It was a mess. It was a mess. And if I would have kept up with my PCP, I wouldn't have done anything. I just probably would have been getting worse. Because the stuff that he was telling me was stuff that I heard, but I didn't really know. And then my mom had gotten into some of that stuff too. And she would buy all these books and talk about, oh, you have to eat like this. You have to eat like mama, ain't nobody finna eat like she said, get black oil. I get black seed oil. I get black seed oil. That stuff is so disgusting. My God in heaven. That stuff is nasty. Okay. But she swears by it. She's like, get iliac tea so you can it can clean you from the inside out and loose up that visceral fat. And I'm like, okay, ma, okay, ma, okay, ma, and so she was talking about it, but it wasn't until something hit me and affected me that I was like, okay, now I'm listening. Now what she's saying is like registering, because Dr. Rob and his team are saying the same things. And I'm like, I've heard of that before. Oh, my mom said, right. And so she was on point. My mom be on point with that kind of stuff. So, and it helped her with her health story too. But her, my husband, my sisters, my sister-in-laws, like they were my community. They kept me going. And that's why I'm sharing this with you. You cannot think that doing life on your own by yourself as an individual is a flex. And depending on what you want to achieve in life, there's different communities for each thing. Like, see if you just look him up, just see if you can find him. He's good. His whole team is good. It's good. I still have some of the products because I finished my regimen, but I still have some left over. And then if I just want to do a detox, I just tap into my stuff and I use it. And even though I finished my what did they call it? I finished my regimen or what have you. I finished my strategy, my health strategy. You can still call and get certain products, and as long as they feel like you're gonna, there you go. Yes, that's him. That's him. And the great thing about him too is he has experience in traditional medicine as well. So he has that traditional medicine insight and he has the holistic side. A+, 100% A+. I refer him, and there's no I don't have no kickbacks. There's no referral. There's none of that. I brag about him because he is chef's kiss. Got me back. I am here. I still take my supplements. So that was 2021. Then I couldn't even work out. So I started working out like 10 minutes a day, just little things, whatever I could do. Then my sister would be like, oh, since you can't do HIIT right now, like really intensive workouts, do Pilates. So then I started doing Pilates. Then I was like, but I need a little more to it. So I added weights to it. So then I was doing Pilates at home. And then I went from 10 minutes to 20 minutes and then 20 minutes to 30 minutes. And then I had my energy was coming back. Right. And so of course I changed my eating habits. And so all of these things that I'm doing, I'm not doing it on my own. I'm running it by, certain people in my community. There are certain people in my community that are very holistic in how they operate, how they eat, how they drink, supplements. Those are my healthy people. That's my healthy people community. But then I also have people who are my wealthy people community. I talk to them about, flourishing, money, wealth, stacking up income, different. Okay, what are you giving to this year? Who are you sponsoring? What are you building stuff back home? Are you giving to certain so that's my wealthy community. That's my money community because Everybody's in different places. So you can't think that your healthy people are going to also be your wealthy people. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not, but you have to have the right community for everything that you're trying to do. You have your marriage community. You have some people, they're not married, or they're married, they don't have the healthiest relationship. So you got to have a community of people who are helping you to keep going in your marital walk, in your relationship, in your, exposing you to teachings and people and books and resources that can help you in your marital walk, right? Then you got, like, there's different communities for, business building and kids. And so I've come to find one of the things that has helped me in life overall to win has been to be a part of a community, and specifically a part of a community that targets certain things. There are some communities that, like, my mentor, she's really big on wealth and health. So I get both of those from her. And then, of course, she talks about business as well. And so that's a great one for me, because look, I'll pay for it. Whatever. Let's get it going. I need to grow in those areas. I want to be strong in those areas, because you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have your health, you can't enjoy the wealth. So you got to take care of all of it, right? And so my coach was telling me, listen, you talk about these things, you need to have a community the same way that you flourish, and hence my sweatshirt, flourish, the same way you flourish with community, give that to others. And I'm like, that's what I was doing before I got sick. I'm like, okay, yeah, now rebrand it and do it again, because people are waiting. People need that. People understand that they need to have a holistic approach towards life. And that's all I've ever done, is have a holistic approach. Now, some people, thank you for the hearts. Some people will say, "Oh no, if you do that, then you can't focus." You're it Please stop. Please stop. There are some of us who are multifaceted, and we are able to keep this. Yeah, I will keep it. I absolutely will. I absolutely will. Don't worry. I'll keep it up on my page. There are some people who can only do one thing at a time, and only gifted at one thing at a time. That's great. God bless you. There's some people who are gifted at three things. There's some people are gifted at five things, so on and so forth. Now, of course, I know the humanity, we can't take too much at one time. It's just like going through the drive-through, and if the menu has too many options, you like, you know people start to glitch. So you don't want to do that, but you can have a multifaceted community. You can have a multifaceted and be a multifaceted being. And there are people who will keep up with you. And there are people who will link up with you and be like, yeah, that's what I want. That's what I need. That's that right there. That's that one, right? And so that's what we do in Women's Success Circle, which is what I want to invite you to. I've given you a lot of information. I even put y'all on to my doctor. If you need some help, you don't know what's going on in your body, you go into your PCP and they're like, no, looks fine. You're okay. Take this medication, da 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 da. But you're not interested in medication. Look up Dr. Rob. Dr. Rob will help you out and get you in a holistic manner, get your body back to homeostasis. Okay? Homeostasis. Your body can work. Okay? With that being said, I've given you all that. When I go live, I talk about wealth, I talk about prayer, I talk about a lot of different things. But at the end of the day, my whole thing is for us to flourish. And that's what you get in Women Success Circle. So that's what I want to invite you to. I want to invite you to my community, to my group. We are having a sale right now. Obviously, Black Friday is around the corner. But even if it wasn't Black Friday, it's my birthday. And when it's my birthday, I like to celebrate with other people. So that is what I do. Hello, sir. Good to see you and have you on. Thanks for joining us. Okay. So I want to invite you to Women's Success Circle. You can go to womensuccesscircle.com today. Womensuccesscircle.com. And you're going to see the community. You're going to see the group. You're going to see ambitious, driven, motivated individuals, especially women, who are doing the thing. And we are growing in all the aspects of our lives. I always break it down to your hand and I say FIMPS. So these are the areas we're growing in: financial, emotional, mental, physical, spiritual. Financial, emotional, mental, physical, spiritual. Financial, emotional, mental, physical, spiritual. You have these 5 things. You can put your hand together. It's like a fist, and you can pow. I'm right-handed. So, but boom, okay? You can really hit life with a forceful, powerful punch and get a grip on life so that it yields to you versus you being dragged along with whatever it is that life wants to take you through. Hello, somebody. FIPS, financial, emotional, mental, physical, spiritual. Okay. So that's what we talk about in Women's Success Circle. So go to womensuccesscircle.com. I saw the title and had to say hi. Hey, yes, because community is, listen, that's what it's all about. Community is fantastic. And if you sign up and join us in Women's Success Circle and you sign up for the annual plan, okay, I'm going to send you a Flourish hoodie. This one is an XL. This is huge, right? It's huge. Can you see it? I disappear under it. But if you sign up for the annual plan, you'll get a hoodie. We'll send it out to you. And then you'll also get a 45-minute coaching session with me. It can be a life strategy session. It could be business strategy session, but you get 45 minutes with me and we'll do a social media audit for you if you're wanting to use social media in a way that you can leverage and will be beneficial to you. So you can go to www.womensuccesscircle.com. But let me leave you with this as well. Please stop doing life alone. Stop doing life alone. There are other countries like China, like Korea, like and it's not just Asian, it's not just Asians, also, in African communities, right? When women give birth and they don't give birth by themselves. They give birth and the mom comes, the mother-in-law comes, the sister-in-laws come, the sisters come, all the women come to support this woman that just gave birth. And they're gonna make sure that you eat, they're gonna make sure that the baby is fed, that the baby is bathed, that you are, your womb, they do I'm gonna say this for the African communities. I don't know what y'all other ones do, but and when you give birth, they will wrap you. Okay, it's kind of like a faja type thing, so that your uterus goes back in place and your stomach, your uterus goes back in, and you can heal faster. So if you have a C-section and you can't move, baby, don't worry about it. You got a whole community of women that are making sure that your house is clean, making sure that you eat, your kids eat, your husband eats, making sure whatever you need to get done is done. The laundry is done. The baby is fed. Whatever is going on in your life is going on in their life now too, because you had a baby. That is community. We're not supposed to sit out here and just be doing stuff by ourselves. And I actually saw a woman who was posting. She had posted, I think it was like a Latina lady, and her mom and her sister were like washing the walls and washing the baseboards. And she had just recorded it and was like, what did she say? Just had a baby. And now my mom and sister are doing this. And do you know how much hate was in the comments? Like, folks drank their haterade and went on this woman's post and just threw up all over her. Oh, must be nice. Why are they wasting their time doing that? You should be helping them too. You can record them, like, oh, how well, other people don't have that. You don't have to brag. How about you just keep stuff off the internet? Just like all this stuff. And I'm like, so y'all are upset that this woman has the blessing of doing life with a community. This is what I'm seeing. Like, you guys are upset, some kind of upset that this woman is enjoying the blessing of doing life with others. Is this where we are as a society, as humans? We're supposed to do life with other people. We're supposed to have a community. And guess what? For some people, your community may not be your blood. That's okay. In Women's Success Circle, we not blood, but we are bound by the vision that we have that our lives could be better. We're bound by the thank you. Y'all lighten up the screen. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. We are bound by the ability to know, hey, I have an expertise. You have an expertise. You have an expertise. You have an expertise. Now let's come together, share that expertise. And now we all have the information and we can all flourish. Like, I'm not jealous because my sis is doing well and succeeding and is walking in her blessing. Not at all. Why would I be? That's her blessing. That's her gift. So now, because we live on the same street, I know blessings is right around the corner. It's coming to hit me too. Why would I be jealous of that? Why do we? And I don't even, well, I, mm, I'm not going to get into that because that's counseling, therapy. That's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole nother conversation. I was going to say something, but that's okay because my mind just went there. So let me come back here. We should never be jealous, but rather see, they call it group economics. And we see this all the time. I'm from Houston. If you go to certain parts of Houston, the street names are not in English, they are in Vietnamese, they are in Chinese. Like, you have whole other countries showing up in America. Some people, they'll say Houston is little Nigeria because of how many Nigerian people are there. Certain parts, like you go to El Paso. El Paso is like, don't even call it El Paso, just it's little Mexico. It's Mexico. Why? Because they all, like, over in some of these tech hubs in the United States, you'll see a lot of Desis. I say Desis, but like Indian people, right? You'll see a lot of Indian people in certain areas. Why? Because they practice group economics, they share their knowledge, and they grow and they. I'm gonna call you back. Hold on, y'all still with me? Sorry, Facebook, a call came in. Okay. That it's group economics. We share that information. You're Nigerian. Okay. You're Nigerian. So you already know what I'm talking about. You know how it goes when we have a baby. That house will not be quiet. That house will be filled. People coming in and out, coming in and out, coming in and out, coming in and out. And it's a joy to see. It's a joy to have. It's a blessing to have. And so we have to recognize that, hey, even if you don't have blood relatives that will participate in that with you, you can make your relatives, you can make your community. You're not limited to the people that share your blood with you or your DNA with you. The DNA the only DNA that you really have to share is the DNA of vision. Just have the vision. Just have the vision. We sharing the same vision. We on one accord. We're going to make this thing happen. We're going to tear this thing down. You dealt with that. So did I. You dealt with that. So did I. I understand where you're coming from. Well, this is my gift. That's your gift. That's your skill. Let's bring it together. Bam. We have a powerhouse. This is how we shift the narrative. This is how we build up lives. It's community. So that's what I have for you. Take that with you. Use that as part of, I would strongly suggest, add that to your agenda in 2025 to be a part of, or even create communities for yourself that will help you to level up in life. Women's Success Circle is my personal community that I've built, and I do want you to be a part of it. Like I said, if you sign up for the annual plan, apps will send you a Flourish hoodie. Just tell us your size. We'll send you an annual a Flourish hoodie, and then you'll get a complimentary 45-minute life or business strategy session with me, not somebody on my team, with me, and we'll knock some things out for you. So with that being said, I leave you to your day. Bid thee adieu, but I will see you again. Oh, thank you. Yes, I'll be celebrating my birthday on Thanksgiving. People don't know. For people who have a birthday on the 28th, every 3 years, our birthday lands on Thanksgiving. So this year it lands on Thanksgiving. So we get to eat and eat and eat and eat, celebrate, have cake, have presents. It's just a great little thing. I'm so happy. I'm happy I was born around the holiday season and you get the sales. So folks want to go shopping with you and take you out and they're thinking of you when they're back. I'm like, yes, come on, come on, come on, come on. It's an awesome thing. Thank you. I appreciate you. So I will leave this up. God bless you guys, and I'll definitely talk to you soon.